26 Charlie Tango 1017 1017 listening. Hi YouTube people in video land. What you see in front of you is sort of well, I can't lie and say it's an unboxing. It would have been an unboxing, but if I did my proper things people do when they go on eBay and buy something, they would probably look where it was first, where the item was located. I don't do that. Either way, I'm going to try and brief on this because my videos are getting quite long and they must be boring the pants off some people. Either way, I bid on a radio a few weeks ago and I think I went up to about 305 quid and I didn't win the bid. If you can hear a noise in the background, it's a fish tank pump. That I set a fish tank up before Christmas. It's all decorated, it's got everything in it, a little fish tank for me man cave, but never got round to buying the fish. I may have to put a couple of carrots in there. Anyhow, I'm diversifying off the story. Bear with me, I will take the cover off in a moment. I bid on a radio a few weeks ago. I bid on two radios actually. One went for 500 and something quid. I think I put something like 390 on that, and it went for £505. I'm glad I didn't win that one. The other radio I originally bidded on, I went up to quite a lot of money, something like £280, £290. My memory doesn't serve me well with figures, never has done, not because I'm getting older, 52. And before I go any further, thank you to the latest band of people who have subscribed to my channel. I've now got, well, last night, I don't look at figures really, I just noticed 100 subscribers. 2 or 3 weeks ago I had something like 89 people subscribed to my channel, so thanks very much for watching. If there's any way I can improve the channel for you, please don't hesitate, don't be shy, you know, because I do gas on, I know this. I watch my own videos when I'm editing just to take bits out where I can. Either way, let's get down to this radio. I bid on a radio very similar to this, but it was much better condition, and I think I went up something like £280. It went in the end, I think, for 305. I lost a bid on it. Anyhow, the other night I was pretty bored, 3 o'clock in the morning, ran out of things to do, nobody on the radio, so I went on YouTube myself. I subscribed to a lot of people, there's a lot of interesting people out there, and then I went on to eBay after I'd rinsed that dry. Nothing more to watch that I wanted to watch after I watched Naked Yoga and all the other weird things it puts on there. But either way, forget that one, we won't mention that one. That's my fan heater because it's pretty cold in here. That noise you can hear, there's always a noise in the background. Yeah, I went on eBay. Anyhow, I saw this radio, what's in front of you, and it was actually a buy it now price, which is what I like. And when I sell anything on there, I always put what I think is a reasonable price, what I would like to get back for the radio or what I'm selling. Doesn't matter what it is, I put a buy it now price. There's no messing then, or no people backing out because they think they've put too much more than they should, or what. None of that argy-bargy. I saw this radio come up and it didn't look in bad condition, so I mentioned it the next day. I forgot all about it, mentioned it the next day to the wife, and I says, hey, remember that radio we bid about, I don't know, 300 quid on, what we lost a bid on? She says, yeah. That's right, it was 300 and it went for 305 quid. Anyhow, she says, yeah. I says, well, there's one on there, can you believe it? 140 quid, free postage. Well, I know from getting a jumbo posted here from Scotland, it cost 20 quid. So, I thought, well, that ain't bad, is it? Effectively, if they're paying the postage, free postage. Anyhow, I bought it. She says, oh, why don't you buy it then? I says, well, can I have it? She says, yeah. So I bought it. I hit the buy it now button. I looked through the listing later. It's pretty simple. It didn't actually say a lot about the radio other than 35 plus years old, works fine, fair condition for the age. That's more or less all it said. Comes with an OPEC power mic, OPEC power echo mic. So then I read through a little bit more, which is what I should have done in the first place. That's always my mistake, and it was in Cannock, which is, according to Google Maps, 39 miles away from where I live. 39 miles, yeah, something like that. Either way, I went there, I sent the guy a message, says here's my phone number mate, when you get a minute contact me. If you wish, I'll come over and pick the radio up, save you getting a big box and posting it and saving you about 20 quid. Really, I should have been cheeky and says, if you want me to save you a tenner, I'll come and pick the radio up, save you getting a big box and packaging it. But from my point of view, my personal point of view, it saves going through handlers and places, sorting places, warehouses, bumping about in vans, because realistically a radio could leave somebody's house what works, but by the time it gets to you it can be bashed about, and I know that because I worked in a sorting office for a while for Hermes. I don't mind mentioning the name of them, and they used to throw stuff well, left, right and centre. So I thought it would do me a favour if I pick it up, because you know, you could obviously receive it not working and the guy say, well, it was fine when it left here, blah, blah, all the rest of rubbish anyhow. He says, yeah, pop over, blah, blah. So I went over tonight. Didn't go on the motorway, didn't go on the toll road. Took me an extra 25 minutes to get there, and the roads were fairly quiet. I got there, went in, he showed me the radio, didn't show me working or nothing like that. And of course, if you watch my previous videos on here, you'll see that I bought a jumbo, and when it came, the lights came on, but it sadly didn't work very well. It didn't receive at all. There was lots of faults with the radio. Either way, I won't go into that one, that's another story. So this radio, you know, I've bought blind, a vague description. It didn't say it worked perfect, but it didn't say it didn't work either. And it was 140 quid. So cut the middleman out, postman, being in your house, you know, when he comes, which is not always possible. So I went and fetched it. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit. I'm going to pull the cover off so you can see it first of all, and then talk about a brief description and a little bonus. Right then. Do you know what it is yet? Chapow! There you have it. One Midland home base. Now I've got the I haven't got a tripod, but I've got a G-clamp mounted to my camera to a chair, so it's not going to be a wobbly wibbly video. I've got a lovely panel lights, LED panel light, which Adrian, is it Tango Mike 2121, lives not far from me, about a mile down the road. Anyhow, so I've picked this radio up tonight about 9 o'clock, got home very late because I was sent down little narrow country lanes nearly all the way home. Plugged it in, done my normal stint. There's the frequency counter, there's the power meter with the dummy load. It's not plugged into the radio at the moment. Keyed it up, 8 watts. Blimey, there's a bit high that power, 8 watts. Low power, just under 2 watts. I thought, it's a bit high. I don't like messing with radios, but every radio I get just lately, and it's not meters, my meters are not incorrect, it might not be the most accurate meter in the world, that one. I don't know if you could see it then. This meter, it might not be the most accurate in the world, but if you plug a 40 channel radio into it, it does say somewhere near 4 watts. And I've got another meter as well. So either way, just under 9 watts on high power and nearly 2 watts on low power. Anyhow, I'll press the dim buttons, because these two buttons here, which you probably can't see very well in this light, don't know where my little torch is, but take my word for it, dimmer on, dimmer off. When you press those, nothing happens to the light, so oh, this don't look good. Luckily a frequency counter was sat in the background that I bought from Knights last week. When I keyed the radio, I happened to look at that and it said 26965, and I thought, hey, that's channel 1 of the mid block. Never mentioned that in the listing that it had mid block. So if you basically flick the dimmer on, you've just put it into mid block. Put the dimmer off, you've now gone on the Muppet block. 2760125, channel 1 up to 27799 Blimey, how does my memory remember that? Now, the radio works perfect. The first 2 people I spoke to were 30 miles away from me. I said the audio sounded fine. It's got this mic, an OPEC. I haven't never had one exactly the same as this before. Don't know how well you can see it. Power echo mic when you talk into it. Hello, hello. The green light does come up to say that you're modulating. I had a couple of radio reports. Fine, it's working fine. The only fault I've found is, as I say, the power's a bit high. When you go onto the mid block, it alters yet again. It's well over, it's about 11 watts on the mid block, channel 1 and 40, and on the Muppet block it's about 9 watts. So I'm going to have to either turn the low power up to 4 watts. I haven't got the little tool to get inside one of those charcoal is it UK servicing. Luckily the board in this radio that I only recently found out a couple of months ago, and old Timmy boy there, my mate, Mr. Tim HT, he told me all the radios that share this board, and there's loads and loads of them. Harrier CBX, Rotel 240, 220, but the list goes on and on and on. So I figure it's an old radio. If it's got a knacker, it's never going to be a problem to get another radio with the same board and say to a rig doctor, excuse me, that it ain't working. If you can't fix it, here's a spare radio. Can you nick the components off this board? There you go. And you can pick them up really. I've got 3 or 4 radios up there with the same board in. So it's not going to be an issue if you can find somebody who does repairs, but it's not broken. But obviously all it needs is adjustment of the power, in my case turning down, because I don't want a radio doing 9 watts when it was manufactured to do 4. So that's that one. When I've had it a while and I've used it, I've got to make room, because I'll try and turn my camera around without making it too jerky. All my by accident. There you go. So I've got a little silly table there which is supporting radios above it, above my Murphy own base. So all that lot's got to be ripped out. I haven't got time tonight because it's actually, as we speak, it's 12:15 AM. So I've got to reroute all that lot and sell a couple of radios. I may now sell the 3900, which is quite a nice radio. So anybody want it? It's 100 quid. It doesn't drift too much when it's warm. Turn it on, let it get warm, and it's quite stable on sideband, and it's got a lovely shiny front face shift for some reason. It's not been sprayed or not been messed with, and apparently that's a Durland one, it's not a rubbish one. There's also a Harrier CBX above it there. That'll be for sale also. That'll be 30 quid if anybody's interested. That won't come with a microphone, mind you. You'll have to get a mic from somewhere. Back to this one. Zoom out. There you go. So I will do a more in-depth report on it when I've altered the power. I will actually show you it on a power meter. I've got to plug a power meter to the light in so you can see that. While we're on the subject, while I can see the book, I will change the subject to another subject. I bought a brand new 450 Yaesu about 1.5 years ago. I did a deal. I didn't like the radio, couldn't get on with the fact that you have to go into the memories to turn the power down on it. It wasn't a simple, straightforward affair, which is what I've always been used to with Kenwoods. When you have to go to menus, sub-menus to do simple operations, I was a bit fed up with it. Although I do think they represent good value for money, so I'm not slagging the radio off if you own one. I do think they're a good radio, but not for me. Anyhow, I couldn't find the operator's manual for it when I got rid of it, and the bloke weren't that bothered either. So here, it's not too tacky. It's got a little stain on the back, but I'm a big tea drinker. Here is a complete manual for the Yaesu FT450D. If anybody wants it, they can have it for free. You'll have to, I don't know, private message me your address or send a phone number, anything. Give me an address where I can send it to. And if this is of any use to you, because it's none to me, and I'll never be buying another one. I'm quite sure if you're clever enough on the internet, you could probably download the whole thing in a PDF file. But if anybody wants to own that, it's not in too bad a condition. Let me know, and I'll post it to you. You can have it for free, and I'll pay the postage as well. It's not. Let's be honest, it ain't going to cost a fortune, is it? Unless you're in Australia. I hope you're not in Australia. And there you go. So I'm hoping that I ain't been blabbing too much, and I will show you this radio in full swing. It's late at night. There's not many on. My regular crew, should I say? Clue. I was going to say. My regular crew does not come on till about 1 AM. It's 12:18. What's the date? 17th. Oh, Blimey, my son's on telly tomorrow. He's on Judge Rinder with his big yellow snake. There you go. That's another story. Let's see if we can find anybody. 19 Roger. I doubt very much if anybody will be on. 19 Roger, please. I'm on low power. Either way, it doesn't matter. You saw that the radio key's up and it's also got a modulation light. Look. Hello, hello. He won't hear me, he's the other side of Birmingham, that guy. He's about 35 miles away with his squelch up talking to his local breakers. By the way, it's working. I will show you a more in-depth view of the back before I put it into where it's going to live. And when I've altered the power on it, which I may not do tonight actually because it's getting a bit late, I'll show you it through the power meter when the meter's lit up as well, so it can be seen clearly. Anyhow, thanks to my new subscribers. I appreciate you watching the channel. If I can improve it by less blabbing or anything you can think of or anything you'd like to see, suggest it in the comments box. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you wish to do is your choice. Thank you very much for watching. 73s and 88s as usual, and I'll catch you soon. I'm not sure what I've got in the pipeline, but I'm sure I can find something else to buy. Thank you, bye.